this is Dana. I'm back. On this channel, I speak about Gnostic spirituality. You have my usual introduction in every videos that I have made, in every video. In this one, I'm not gonna go into the same presentation just because it's been a long time since I've done a video and I don't remember what I was supposed to exactly say. I think it makes reference, of course, to the Facebook page, which of prophetic writings, and the other channel on which I didn't work as much as on this one, but it's still mine, and I still work. Just I don't have guidance to share all that information yet. In this video, basically, God has told me just to say hello. To say that I'm back on doing videos. I kept asking for a long time guidance for a topic, and I said, okay, you said to make video, I will make, but then what to talk about? God said you have just to let everybody know that you're back and you're doing videos again. For the time while I was on spiritual journey, I did not make videos, but I did post in the community section the writings from my Facebook page, just because I wanted to keep in touch with my audience from YouTube as well. And I figured maybe not everybody has Facebook, or not everybody is willing to go look for my Facebook page and read. So for this reason, I posted that on here as well, but it's the same. What I wrote on Facebook, basically I just copied on YouTube for this purpose. For the audience which doesn't want to check the Facebook, I have prophetic writings and recommendations of diagnosis on Facebook and on most of social media channels. There are lots of strings, lots of entities running around from one person to another. Most of these channels of social networking were created with the purpose to actually harvest energy and to make attachments, entities attachments on people. Now, when I discovered this, I investigated for each social media that I used, what type of attacks was being sent. So I went into it a little bit more, and at some point I was so horrified that I asked God, I said, well, why am I still on Facebook then? And God explained to me that something very logic now, but at the time I was not so much aware of it, namely that you are in 3D, Dana. So you have to switch things around to use the instruments available in 3D for you to advance your spiritual fighting. So if you just push away everything that comes with darkness, then basically you're just going to be secluded somewhere and you cannot advance and take back your rights. And this is the purpose why you came there, to do the spiritual fighting, but not from a distance, from within 3D, because the 3D will crumble from within, not from outside. This is why the spiritual beings are being sent by divine realm in 3D for this purpose, to fight and take back what is ours and to make light, to, if you will, merge the 3D with the 5D by cleansing the 3D, whatever. I'm not gonna go into details. The point is, I was guided to continue to use these instruments. Just you need to be aware of how much harm they are doing, what type of harm they are doing, so you can cleanse it. Once you turn off the channel, you switch off the internet, and then you do a cleansing. But in order to do the cleansing, you need to do first the investigation and to understand what type of darkness is being sent to the channel and to yourself and to your audience, because much of this darkness that is being sent has to do with that social media, but some of it and most of it has to do with you individually as individual with a specific divine divine purpose, divine assignment. So you have specific gifts, right? And therefore the darkness sent to you targets your gifts and your purpose here. Now you will ask, how can a social media be able to do this for so many users? It is very simple, through password encoded. Literally what they do is they establish for that specific instrument type of entities which are being sent to individuals who carry, for example, you have gifts as readers, they will say a password encoded casting of entities to all readers. So they will send certain entities specific to the individuals who hold specific gifts. So they don't even need to know your name or your channel to contact you directly, you know, or they will cast curses type of entities. So whoever looks at your channel will hate you or will get mad at you, will try to start fights to make a scandal, or so they have many ways. Even death can be sent this way. This is called password encoded, namely that it's a general type of casting of entities and of darkness without necessarily knowing you personally or following you. They can cast on you, again, on your channel, on your writings, on your videos, on your audience. So they don't even have to be involved directly, but they can cast all of this in such a way that your audience hates you and starts sending stuff to you. So that's the point about the social media. So at that point, God explained to me, you're not going to use it blindly, but you have to use it. We have to turn everything around, because as I explained in other videos, we are all here, all dimensions are present here on earth, on the same earth, yeah? So we are sharing the space, we just live in different dimensions according to the vibration we have. Basically you cannot expect the 3D to go somewhere else for the 5D to stay here. You literally have to cleanse it through spiritual fighting, through transmutation, through healing, through so many instruments that we have. But you have to stay here, and you have to, like, sort of, you cleanse up the house, take each and every item and dust it off and change it in such a way so if it will stay, then it will be a benefic addition to the 5D, not a negative addition as a result of the 3D presence. Yeah, I explained this in my initial videos. I explained this as above, so below, and this distinction between 3D and 5D. Literally, it's just a manner of speaking, because what they are trying to create, this is what they are trying to create, a type of copy of 5D with darkness. Yeah, so there is no as above, so below. This is sort of like a seclusion, like a frozen conflict type of seclusion from central government, which is God, and they are trying to create something else, but to resemble completely the 5D and the divine realm. Why they do this? Because they need the rights of the 5D. They don't have resources. God created the world, and therefore for them to create within God's territory a different type of entity, they don't have resources where to get, unless they steal them from the 5D. And this is why we are here. We came specifically to take back, literally by re-establishing the divine truth, No, this is not yours. This is mine. This is my right. This is not your house. This is my house. You stole it from me. Yeah. How you stole it, that's the spiritual fighting that you have to do, the investigation and the exposing the individuals and claiming justice, judgment and punishment, and then you have to take everything back. Yeah? Anyhow, I got into this. If God pushed me into this discussion for some reason, it means that somebody needs to hear it. All of this information I already said in my videos, maybe with different words at the time, but all this information is already out there. I put it out there, I think, in the initial videos, really. And so I was guided to continue to use these channels. Gradually, God pushed me to use more and more channels. Initially, I only used Facebook. That was all. Then God insisted on using YouTube as well. Now, for some time, even before I started the spiritual journey, God kept talking about a podcast. But as I understand, for that, it's necessary to buy certain equipment. So for now, I don't have the resources. If you guys want to have me to have a podcast and to watch a podcast with me, then I invite you to donate. You have my PayPal account, and I will post another account on which you can make donations, because I have to purchase a number of equipments, and resources must be allocated to that. This was also the reason why I didn't do videos during my spiritual journey, and I explained that in the writings. I was guided that I will start videos again when I have my own van, but I didn't get my own van yet. I finished the spiritual journey early just because I didn't get my van, and because some circumstances back at my house took place. So I came to set the record straight and to take back what's mine and to put everybody in their places, which I did already. I succeeded already to achieving this. And now I have to get the van. Yeah. So I'm still seeking to get the van, either as a donation, as it's being done, I've seen on the internet. So I would be very happy if somebody will donate to me a van for my van life. Or if not, I welcome donations again on the two accounts, the PayPal and another one, the Revolut account, which I made, so I can purchase one if that is a better option for people who want to support me. That is available as well. Yeah, and I welcome any type of support, as I said, either as a donation, as a item like a van, a camper van, or donation of money so I can purchase the van myself. Yeah. So if I would have had a van, I would have started the YouTube videos earlier. I didn't get that, so I didn't do videos during the spiritual journey, which anyhow had to end earlier than I was planning or expecting or was guided. Now, what else can I say at this point? I don't know. God said, just say you're back. And that you are doing videos again. People need to hear your voice, and people need to know that you are starting videos again. So because I already said this, and God guided me also to talk about the donations, namely, which I just did, namely to mention that I am grateful and willing and looking forward, and I thank in advance for all donations. And to point first to the PayPal account, which already everybody knows, but also to the new account which I just created, which is Revolut account, and just to share this with people that I welcome donations in general for a number of reasons, because I have a number of assignments to achieve. But at this point, my main focus is to get the van, and of course, to set it up for traveling, which will be also involving some financial implications. So donations, financial donations are welcome at any point in time. Van donation, I will be very, very grateful if I will receive that. And also, I will be very grateful if you have insights, if you have tips that you want to share with me of ways of how I can get a van donated to me, or contact information from individuals who would be willing to donate a van. Just let me know. You can contact me through messages on YouTube, but also on Facebook. Yeah, so you can send message to me on Facebook, and then we can exchange information if you have information on that. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video now because I already shared what God said to share. I don't want to take too long because I want this to be uploaded fast. So I'm gonna stop it now, and I will see what is the next guidance, because I expect that God will actually give me a topic to talk about soon, even after I post this video, and then I will come back with actual usual type of videos that I accustomed everybody with, namely communicating pertinent and useful information from my own divine guidance and experience. Yeah, okay, looking forward to the next video. Until then, again, I thank in advance to everyone who wants and will help me with donations, either financial or a van or a car, or just information that they want to share with me about, but not just information like chat, okay? Just information, pertinent and solid information about somebody interested, either individual or just maybe an NGO, or even, I don't know, a car dealer, or a corporate, something, anything that donates cars or money for cars, so I can buy a car, or money in general if they don't have any condition, because most donors, as far as I know, when they donate money, they also put conditions what to be spent on. So I want donations, but I want to make sure that they don't make me spend those money on something which I cannot use. Yeah, that's why I'm specifying that my main focus will be in this phase getting a van, because I am guided to, that I will continue my spiritual journey, and it's gonna happen from a van life. So for this reason, the van is extremely important. I also wrote, and I posted even here, a writing about van life, which is going to be guidance for most people that reach a certain level of elevation, because you need to break off the strings which come through specific bondages created on housing, yeah, which come in many different ways. Yeah, I already wrote about this. So for this reason, while you're on travel, you break those strings, and this is important because those strings are there to cover something. So if you reach the right level of elevation and you receive this guidance, you too will be guided to take a van life. It doesn't have to be for the rest of your life. It can be for a certain time until you discover something, or you might need to be in a different astral space. I explained this previously. Countries have limited astral space, so the geographical territory of a country has monopoly on the astral space of its territory. You only have certain points on that territory which have mandatory international access, which are usually the airports, the train station, which have trains going internationally, the truck highway parkings and gas stations, which host international traveling as well. But otherwise, all the rest, it's monopoly, national monopoly. Yeah. So if there's a bondage created on you on the astral territory of a country, you might not be able to see it while you're in that country. For me, it was the case that I had to travel to other countries, specific other countries which were not involved in the creation of that bondage, in order to be able to see what was done against me. And I don't speak this just from my own experience. When I started working with my gifts, for, I don't know, I think 6-7 months or even a year, something like this, I did readings. On Facebook, I offered readings, and I was guided to do so because God said you need to learn to work with the gift. You need to develop abilities. You need to understand things. Because so far you have had dialogue with divine only for yourself. Now you need to develop abilities to read for others, which is entirely different story. So I did this, and I gave them, there were a few people to whom I gave this recommendation as guided. I remember now that there was an individual from United States, and he was living in Norway, I think, one of the northern countries. I think Norway, I'm not sure, or Sweden, something like this. And I told him exactly this, that there's a bondage created on you on the astral territory of that country where you live now, Sweden or Norway, I don't remember exactly. And they said, you need to travel back to US so you can actually see what was created on you, because it was created through the woman that he was engaged with over there. So as long as he was in Norway, he couldn't, or Sweden, he couldn't see it. As soon as he went to the United States, he contacted me back and he confirmed. And he told me, I indeed, but I told him, but you have to ask the following question when you get to the United States, because the information is open to you there in the United States. But because you have only traveled for vacation and you didn't do spirituality while on vacation, or you did but not ask, then you didn't get this information. But you have to ask this question and this and this. And then he confirmed to me, he said, I went to United States, I stayed there for a while, indeed, you were right, I could not believe what I discovered, and so on, so on, so. So it's not just from my own experience. Many times I test these things, not only in my life, but I check with others, yeah? So many of you will be at some point guided to do the same. I am just telling you because so you can be prepared, not like me. Unfortunately, I never thought that I would live a van life. It never crossed my mind. I never even took a vacation in a van. So for me, this is something really new. And it clearly comes specifically from the spiritual path which I chose, namely reaching a certain level of elevation. First of all, which requires me to travel very long road. My next journey, for example, will be to Asia. It was supposed to be now, so I was supposed to leave from Spain straight to Asia by van, because I have to stop in certain places and I have to do certain research and spiritual fighting. But it didn't happen because I don't have the van. And I don't have the van because I never thought of this. I never imagined myself in a van. Now I already got guidance since January from God that I will do this. So since January I keep preparing myself. I read on the internet all sorts of do-it-yourself for the vans, for how you cook in a van, for all of this. I already, in the spiritual journey, because I was supposed to get the van, I already purchased a lot of things for the van. specifically as a preparation for myself, in trying to see myself in a van and in preparing myself to live a van life. So I signed up to many groups pertaining to this, and yeah, so I'm preparing myself now. And I actually feel very prepared at this point. But I'm just sharing this with you because you would have this way more time to do it. I learned in January that I must lead a van life for some time, because in this area where you stay, it will be impossible for you to elevate to the next level, just because they are sending death attacks to you. Just as simple as this. I left in first days of March, so I didn't really have time to get prepared or to get money to purchase a van. But I'm telling you, so maybe you have more time and you work things out. If you work things out and you find ways to get van donations, please let us know. I will, if you just post the information as a comment or send it to me, and I will post it and I will share your contact or your name and username, and whatever you want me to share. Because people need to know. People need to know. We all will have this in our path. We all will at some point lead a van life, because we all will have certain things to achieve, and we need to transition from one astral space to another. We need to break free from housing bondages. That means to live outside of a house for a longer time, not just a few days or a few months. Yeah, and the only way you can achieve this and still lead your own life is to have a van life. It's very simple. It's not some crazy romantic, because God showed me this, that there's a lot of slander, idiots, doppelgangers, hoes, which have nothing to do just to slander my name, saying that, oh, she's some crazy lunatic, she's romantically dreaming of nomad life. No, hoe. I just have to walk my path in spirituality, that's all. It's not that I dream of some nomad life, but we all will have to do this. Again, because there are certain bondages created in a neighborhood, and it's not just one neighborhood, it's the same pattern everywhere. So if you stay in a neighborhood, the matrix network, including church, will claim you and will send upon you certain type of entities. While you travel, nobody can claim you in the same way as you would be claimed if you actually leave. This is why you have the residency permit. That residency put on your ID, put on all your documents, and everywhere stated, gives rights in their crazy mind to them to feed on you. They say he's resident of this area. Here it's the following network. All of these leaders can feed on him or her. Yeah. So it's that simple. It's just very pragmatic approach and thing to do. At a certain level, when you develop, you upgraded, upranked enough, you in order to elevate, you must lead van life for a certain period of time until you break certain bondages. Yeah. So if you have information of how we all of us that reached that phase, how we can get vans, let us know. Let us know, because I know I read on the internet, I found a lot of information about a wide variety of enterprises, dealers, car dealers, even I don't remember, I was in Spain when I read this. There are NGOs, charity NGOs, and so on, so which donate even cars, used cars, vans, and some other cars, because you can get a different car and sell it and get a van. Somehow you can still get to the desired outcome. But there are many. I just didn't find one particular donor. I found the information, general information, but I didn't find the individual or the organization willing to donate to me. So that also was an issue, because I don't speak the Spanish language, so that was also a language barrier, which precluded me to communicate efficiently over there. Anyhow, okay, so I'm gonna close this video because already 30 minutes, but the main point being, if you know information, first of all, I am interested personally to get the van. So any information that you have and any support that you can give financially or in terms of a van, please let me know. And again, I will post the two accounts, PayPal and Revolut, where you can donate. But also, if you have information that will help other members which are interested as well to get a van, please let us know, and I will post on my Facebook and my YouTube the information, whatever information you give me to post, including about yourself, your name or your contact information and so on. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. This is the introduction YouTube video, in which basically I just say hi. I'm back. I'm making videos again. And also I'm asking for help to get a van so I can continue my journey and also my work and so on. Yeah.